President Donald Trump signed his massive tax cut and spending bill at the White House today. Getting it passed has been controversial from the start, with a few hardline Republicans against its price tag. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates the bill will add more than $3 trillion to the national debt in the next decade. Still, the president is praising the bill's $4 trillion in tax cuts, which will largely go to the wealthiest Americans. He also touted his no taxes on tips and overtime pay policy, as well as more funding for border security.
What we've done is put everything into one bill. It's never happened before. It's the biggest bill of its type in history. We've never had anything like that before.
The bill also includes spending cuts, including to Medicaid. The CBO says about 11.8 million Americans could lose their health insurance coverage. Local 5's Emma Stroner is in studio to tell us how the bill's Medicaid cuts could affect rural health care.
The bill that President Trump signed today includes restrictions on Medicaid. Because rural health care centers rely on funding from patients who utilize Medicaid, this could lead to budget cuts among these facilities and even potential closures. During his speech at the Iowa State Fairgrounds on July 3rd, President Trump spoke about the bill. He says that the cuts would prevent, quote, illegal aliens from being on Medicaid.
It kicks illegal aliens off of Medicaid and food stamps and allows us to hire 3,000 new Border Patrol agents and 10,000 new ICE agents.
The bill does provide $50 billion in funding for rural health, but according to Dr. Whitney Zond, an assistant professor of health management and policy at the University of Iowa, that's only about a third of what the estimated losses are.
It does include what they call a rural health fund that is $50 billion to help with the impact of rural hospitals, but that's not near enough. There's anticipated $155 billion impact on rural hospitals because of this bill.
Dr. Zond says that around 3/4 of the hospitals here in Iowa are rural, meaning that the impacts could be pretty close to home. Despite the concern over rural health care facilities, Senator Joni Ernst still believes that the bill is good for rural America.
We are lowering taxes, cutting red tape, prioritizing rural America, and growing our economy.
We will be following the impacts of President Trump's bill, including those on Medicaid and rural health care centers. Stephanie?